The Middle East continues to witness escalating tensions, diplomatic warnings, and growing humanitarian concerns as military actions and political reactions unfold across the region. A former head of the United Nations nuclear watchdog has urged Gulf countries to intervene diplomatically following recent threats made by U.S. President Donald Trump toward Iran. Mohamed El-Baradei, who led the International Atomic Energy Agency from 1997 to 2009, warned that the region risks turning into what he described as a ball of fire. Writing on social media platform X, El-Baradei called on Gulf governments to do everything in their power to prevent further escalation. In separate posts referencing Trump's ultimatum to Tehran, he questioned whether anything could be done to stop what he called madness, while tagging United Nations, European Union, French, Chinese, and Russian officials. Meanwhile, Kuwait says 2 of its power and water desalination plants were damaged in a drone attack attributed to Iran. According to Kuwait's Electricity and Water Ministry, the strike caused significant material damage and forced the shutdown of 2 electricity-generating units. Authorities said there were no deaths or injuries reported. In Iran, attacks targeting petrochemical facilities in the southwestern Khuzestan province have left at least 5 people dead and more than 170 injured, according to Iranian state media cited by Al Jazeera. The strikes hit companies located in the Mashhar Special Economic Zone, including the FAR, Rijal, and Amirkabir petrochemical facilities. Officials said most of the injured received treatment and were later discharged, while parts of the Bandar Imam site sustained damage. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel struck Iranian petrochemical factories, claiming they are a major financial source for Tehran. Israel's health ministry reports that 6,771 people have been injured since the start of the war, with 134 still hospitalized. Israel's Northern Command chief has acknowledged that the military overestimated the impact of its 2024 ground offensive against Hezbollah. Major General Rafi Milo said there is a gap between Israel's earlier assessment and Hezbollah's current operational capabilities, noting continued rocket fire into northern Israel. Israeli officials now reportedly believe Hezbollah retains hundreds of launchers and tens of thousands of rockets. Milo also apologized for an incident last month in which Israeli artillery mistakenly killed a civilian resident, saying the event should not have happened. He further cast doubt on whether the joint U.S.-Israeli offensive against Iran would result in regime change, describing Iran's government as still stable. Iran has also warned of serious nuclear safety risks following attacks near the Bushehr nuclear power plant. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, in a letter to UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, said strikes near the facility could expose the region to radioactive contamination with severe human and environmental consequences. He described the situation as intolerable due to the proximity of military activity to an active nuclear installation. Separately, Iranian media reported that daughters of slain Commander Qasem Soleimani denied U.S. claims that 2 women arrested in the United States were related to their family. The U.S. State Department had earlier identified one detainee as Soleimani's niece, but family members rejected the claim, saying no relatives reside in the United States. A U.S. satellite imagery company, Planet Labs, has announced it will stop publicly releasing high-resolution images of Middle East conflict zones following a request from the Trump administration. The company said imagery would now be released only under managed access and in limited circumstances, marking a major change from normal operations where images were available within hours. Iran's military has also issued a warning to the United States and Israel, saying any expansion of the conflict would turn the entire region into what it described as hell. Amid the rising tensions, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar spoke with his Iranian counterpart Abbas Araghchi, reiterating Pakistan's support for de-escalation and emphasizing dialogue and diplomacy as the path forward. Violence has also continued in Lebanon, where Israeli strikes in the southern town of Haboush killed 2 girls and wounded 22 others, according to Lebanon's health ministry. Israel has additionally warned it may target the Masna border crossing between Lebanon and Syria, alleging it is being used by Hezbollah, though no evidence has been provided. The Israeli military also reported detecting a missile launched from Yemen toward Israeli territory, while officials say Israel is preparing potential attacks on Iranian energy facilities pending U.S. approval. Meanwhile, hundreds of Israelis have rallied in Tel Aviv calling for an end to the war, holding banners urging dialogue instead of bombing and expressing skepticism about the government's justification for continued conflict.